Hello, Dad. This is Jay Warren. This is the Dadhood Journey podcast. And today's topic is this: let them learn. Let's do it.
Hi, my name's Niko, and you're listening to my dad, Jay Warren. This is the Dadhood Journey podcast. Thanks for listening.
Yep. All right, Dad. So I am sitting at my dining room table, and Niko's gone to sleep. I'm back out in the living room, and in the dining room table, it looks like my recycling bin exploded all over it. It is just covered with recycling materials right now because this week at school, Niko's project, it's not due until Monday, but we're starting it early before the weekend comes, just in case. It's Invention Week, or they're going over inventions and what it means to invent things. And so his project is he came up with an idea in class of what his invention was going to be, and the project is to create it. And he brings that project in, and they explain it to the class, which is super cool. So one, they come up with an idea. Two, they explore it, they figure out how to build it. And then three, they're bringing it to class and they present it in front of the class. So many cool skills they're learning in kindergarten. So what we were working on tonight was the project and everything. But this is my first experience of doing a project where I could totally see how easy it would be for me to just be like, all right, I'll put you to sleep. I'll do the project. I'll get it done. Because it takes so long to do. So the title of this episode is Let Them Learn. And that was what I was doing with Niko tonight. After dinner, we started working on it. And it's a slow process. It can be challenging at times, but it was really fun to see the wheels turning. So what he decided on as his invention was a, quote, magic house. And in this magic house, it has tons of grabbers, which are like those things where it's like a long handle and it has a grabber, like a pincher thing to pick things off of the floor. And it has a lever at the top. Like he loves those grabbers, has since he was little. But it has tons of grabbers in it that it cleans the house up all by itself, which is a great invention. As soon as he creates that, I will be the first one to order one. But the reason, this is cute too, the reason why, or how it will help was the next question as far as processing this invention, how it will help this invention that you're creating. It's so cute. He said, well, then Mom won't have to clean up the house and she can play with me. So I think that's so cute that he's creating something so he can have more time with his mom. I think that's awesome. But as we were going through, he had this idea. So back to the recycling bin all over my dining room table, and it is clean recyclables, Dads. Most of the time, if I see something that could just go in the recycle bin and it's pretty clean and projectable, I will like throw it in. I have this huge box in my garage, and I'll wash out the yogurt cups and throw them in there, or like the little cups with lids that like salad dressing comes in, or I have a bunch of the crates that the eggs come in. I'll throw those in if nothing's broke inside. I have toilet paper rolls, like all that kind of stuff is in this bin so we can create things. And what he started going through this, we're putting it all together, and he starts getting all these other ideas. So that was part of the challenge of, okay, it's great to create and great to have ideas, but we need to execute and finish this project. We did not finish it tonight. We got plenty of time to do that. That's fine. But in watching him go through that, I've also found myself trying to rein him in. And that is obviously, like, as far as finishing a project, that's important. But as far as the learning, I could see the wheels turning, and I'd say, oh, wait, I got an idea. Let's do this. And he'd go and do this. And he would it was adding on to this magic house and everything. But then I thought this was very resourceful, not really what the kindergarten teacher is wanting, but very resourceful of him. Is he's putting these things together and he's making grabbers out of these, like, they're basically straws, or taping together, and he taped a couple onto these yogurt cups, and it looked like a robot to him with arms coming out. So he put 2 eyes on it, and he's like, oh, the teacher won't see this. This will just be fun. And then he looked at it, and he's like, wait a minute. And he's like, Dad, go into your phone, go into Amazon, and search for remote control robots with hands that open and close. So he wanted to basically go onto Amazon and buy the robot that has the grabbers that could go around the house and clean things up. And as I realized what he was doing, I was like, oh, okay, that's a really good idea, but that's not the point of this project. You're supposed to invent something that's new that you can't buy on Amazon, that if you create it and it is a good idea and people think it's a worthwhile product, then maybe they'll make it and you can sell it on Amazon and people will pay you money for it. And he's like, oh, okay. So I can't use the robot in my project? I'm like, no, but that's good. You know, he's solving a problem of, I want this thing and let's go on Amazon and find it and buy it. So I love that aspect of it. But this is my first night of doing a project with a young kid, and one, seeing how fun it can be in a creative process, but then also that part of parenting of like, all right, let's just get this thing done and I'll finish it up and I'll do the rest of the taping and I'll clean it up a bit. I'm not going to do that. It's kindergarten. And even if the project's crappy, he's not going to like get held back in kindergarten because his yogurt cups weren't taped properly and it didn't fulfill the exercise. But I definitely, as I was sitting there and looking at how this process, I was like, oh, like I've heard about this from parents that have older kids of, all right, I'll do the diorama, like I'll do the poster board for the science fair. I'll just get this thing done. And anyway, who knows what that'll look like later on when it gets more complicated, right? But right now, I'm going to go clean up this mess on my dining room table. I'm going to put away all the things we definitely don't need. I'll keep the things out so we can work on it a little bit this weekend. But in, circling back to the title of this episode, it was all about letting them learn, letting your kid work through a process and letting your kid get those creative juices flowing and get ideas. And seeing, I thought one of the most valuable things was he would try something out and it wouldn't work. And then he would say like, all right, this tape isn't sticking. Oh, I know what we need. We need to tie it with string. That's not going to work with tape. And so he would solve the problem. And so he's getting better and better at all these things because I was sitting back and letting him do that. My job at the table was just to make sure there wasn't too much strewn all over the house. It just kept to the table so I could pick it up now. And that's what I'm going to go do. So with those projects, Dad, as they come home from school and you got to get them done, there's going to be times where there's time crunches. I get it. But it's part of their process to learn how to do these things. And I guess later on down the line, it's going to be learning to do them on time and learning to finish them on time and project management, time management. Kindergarten, we're not at that part yet. So have a great time with those projects. And if you can step back rather than like, all right, this needs to get done and they're getting a grade or anything, if you can step back and look at your kid and see them, observe them learning, it's really fun to see. So until next time, Dad, take good care of yourself, take good care of your family, and we'll connect on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to that episode. Guess what? My dad just formed a new thing. It's called a Slack group.
What's that?
I don't know. But you can find more about it and join if you go to thedadhoodjourney.com. See you there. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.